But now let's open this box here. So as I said, when I unboxed I think it was a focal reducer for my Apo. First things first. That's always nice. Okay. This, I can tell you, is a Batinov mask. This I know for sure. By the way, if you are also new to the hobby and yeah, want to know what you will most probably need or can have, it's optional of course. I will also show you a list, maybe now or maybe in the end or somehow, with the list of items I bought or purchased, except the scope. So there are several things which are at least useful or necessary. Okay. So if you have no focuser, electronic focuser, electronic automatic focus routine, I would, yeah, actually that's an item you should have. Yeah, it's a Batinov mask. And as the name suggests, it's a mask. That's such a mask. I will also find in this package there will also be a screw here, here and here. And then you just, I will show you. You take your scope, you remove the cover of course, and you will have your Batinov mask with the screws. And you just put it here in front. Of course, first you remove this here so that you have an opening. Then you attach or put your Batinov mask here. And then you will get some diffraction patterns. And yeah, depending on if you are in focus or out of focus, this will lead to different diffraction patterns. And using this focus mask, you can focus. Yeah, Batinov. Did I say a focus mask? Yeah, focus mask. With the Batinov mask, you can focus. All right. Then, okay, maybe now it's better. Yeah. This part here. What is it? What is it? Okay. I will make a video for you here. So that's an eyepiece with a crosshair, and you also have the possibility here to illuminate it. And this is that one. That's for lightning. So I never used this, but I can imagine that it will go like this, or let's unbox it first or unpack. It's off. It's on. Now you can see it. Yeah. Yeah, here you can see it. And it's not a laser, but it's just a normal lamp here. And I think what you do is you take your eyepiece with the crosshair, and you will most probably, I don't know, do it like this, that the crosshair is illuminated. Yeah. I don't know if you can see this. Yeah, now you can see it a little bit. It's not in focus, but you can really see the crosshair here. I cannot focus it. No. Yeah, now you can see it. That's the crosshair. And this can be illuminated using this piece. Yeah, so these are the two things. And why I ordered it. This is one thing for the, not only, but also for my ISS, so International Space Station project. So what you do is you take your telescope, you put it on your mount, and then you are not doing a star tracking or guiding or something, but you manually follow the path of the ISS in the night sky, and this is very difficult. You actually need a lot of practice to really follow it, the ISS, because it's super fast, and you will most probably use at least a focal length of at least 2000 millimeter, I think. So I will use a twofold Barlow lens here, most probably for the ISS. And then you have a very small field of view, and then you have to or want to follow the ISS, and this is very difficult. And so what you need to do is, after I installed or mounted my finder scope, you need to align this as good as you can to the scope. So the scope and the finder scope. And I hope that this illuminated crosshair can help me to really follow the ISS, because I will also connect my camera, my planetary camera, and then I cannot do both. I cannot look through the finder and follow the ISS and also watch my screen if I'm really capturing the ISS. So that's why you really need to be sure that you have one point, for example, in this case, the center of the crosshair I just showed you, that you really can follow the ISS. And some people do it like this. I also have a red dot finder. This is really, as the name suggests, only a dot, but it can be difficult. Depends on the angle you will watch. How accurate you can follow a thing, an object. So that's why I will try this one. I also saw many people using this, missing the word I show you here, to follow the ISS, for example. This is also a possibility, but I decided to do that. By the way, I can also show you what's here in the box. There you get it. I also ordered different spacers and adapters for my DSLR camera and connector to my camera, DSLR camera, and the spacer like this one. It's a spacer. Don't know, is it 20 millimeter, I think. So for my for my 55 millimeter back focus distance. So I ordered different ones. What is it? This is a separate finder screw for my finder, and so most probably I will mount it here, I think. Like this. And I also have a finder screw here. So I'm not sure yet. I think I will only need one thing. So either I will do the guiding, then I will add a guide scope, or I will add a user finder. So I'm not sure about this. It's with the laser sign here. I don't know. What is it? Sure. I remember. Oh, that's pretty nice. And here you already have the batteries. Okay, that's a nice solution. Okay, so these are the batteries for this thing. And of course I forgot about this. This is a laser collimator. Wow. This is actually a pretty good laser collimator as far as I know. Was also not the cheapest. I would really recommend not to use the cheapest collimator or laser collimator you can find. So it should be really precise that you can do yeah, excellent images, let's say. And yeah, so you will have a laser. Of course, there's no battery inside. Yeah, these are the batteries. Yeah, so this, let me close this. This is an item you will definitely use when you use such a Newtonian scope. So also called as a reflector telescope. So if you're new to the hobby, so here in the end of the scope, I have a mirror, and here I have a secondary mirror. So the light will go here, will be reflected on the mirror, and using this secondary mirror, it will be guided outwards to the in the direction of the focuser and your eyepiece and so on. And collimation actually means that your mirror, your main mirror, and the secondary mirror, let's say, is really perfectly aligned and so positioned, let's say. I think in an upcoming video I will also show you how to collimate this. It's actually not very difficult. And to use the collimation, you will definitely use or need a collimator, laser collimator. So this is an item you will definitely need. Yeah, very nice. All right. Then we have a, it's always not written here, it's just a item number, I don't know. Yeah, so that's also, that's not a spacer, but this is a, as you can see, adapter, 48 M48 to Canon EOS adapter. Of course, it also has a diameter, or diameter, of course, but I mean also a thickness, let's say. I don't know by heart, but this is to connect your DSLR camera with the EF mount. That's important to know. So I could not use my Canon EOS M like this to mount this. So this is for other Canon cameras with EF mount. The spacer, yeah. So I will not unpack this, just a spacer. Then we have a, that's a chroma corrector. So that's a chroma corrector and chroma reducer corrector. So as I said before in the beginning, this is a 0.95x corrector with a 0.95x focal reduction. And this focal reduction will also lead to greater field of view, and so more light is coming in. Yeah, so you will lose a little bit, just a little bit, I mean 0.95 millimeter, a little bit of focal length, but your image will get brighter. But the main task for this, or the main use for this chroma corrector, is to reduce, as the name suggests, to reduce or remove, most probably not remove, but strongly reduce the chroma. And this you will most probably, this you will actually always have in your using your Newtonian, for example. Yeah, and this thing is quite expensive. Yeah, I actually never used a chroma corrector because I always had a smaller and much cheaper reflector scopes, so it's the first time for me. So let's try this. So you remove this, then you will also remove the cap. Then you will place it here. You tighten everything with the 2 screws here. You only have really 2 screws, not here's something missing. I mean, it's not missing, it's intended to not to be there. No, that's something different. Okay, so you will fix it here, then you will remove this part, and then from this you will use your adapters and extenders, and then you put your camera here. You also can, of course, what you also can do is you can put your eyepiece here for visual astronomy. That's the chroma corrector. So this one is really actually not really necessary. You don't need this. This is a 2-inch to 1 1/4 adapter, and the important thing here is, or the nice thing is really that you have such a nice ring, so you only use 1 screw, and as you can see, the ring will get smaller, and so you can clamp or fix something you put here. This is actually not so nice. If you put something in here, for example my chroma corrector, I will always have some scratches, because of these screws. But if you use something like this with a ring, then you will less or not destroy your piece you put in here. So that's a really optional thing. Here's another spacer. This I know for sure, I don't have to show you. And that's the last box here. That's an additional finder scope I bought, because I have this one here. So here, as I showed you, but here I cannot attach my eyepiece with the crosshair, and what I also wanted to have is such a mirror here. So here I can place my eyepiece here, so like this. So, and then I will also put my illuminator here, most probably here, I don't know, most probably, and then I look here through this, and so this is just a holder on the scope. I will remove this one and place it here, I'm not sure. The important thing, and why I wanted to have an additional finder scope, this one, is because when I'm try to follow an object, or when I want to align the scope to my telescope, I don't have I will have the right picture, right orientated picture here. So it will be not upside down, and it will also not mirrored. So I will, when I look through this eyepiece here, for example, I will have the right view, right orientated view, and that's very nice. So this is also not something you will need, because you will, when you buy the scope, only the scope, you will definitely have also a finder scope here. So you don't need this. This is luxury, let's say. Yeah, so that's it. That's it actually. So I have my new telescope and I have many accessories. Yeah. If I didn't show you the list of accessories I bought additionally, I will do this now. Yeah, and that's it. As far as I will have a clear night, I will try to image something. Yeah, that was my image. That was my unboxing. Thank you for watching and see you next time. Clear skies.